Hello. In this video I'd like to show you one of the many methods of making little rainbows like this, which are absolutely fantastic for putting onto your balloon stacks, even onto garlands or arches, or even standalone decorations. Very, very simple to do, but lots of different ways of doing it, and this is one way that I've found that really suits me particularly well. Hopefully it will suit you too. You can obviously do the rainbows in, well, a rainbow of colours. Any colour combinations seem to work. This one's with the Sempertex pastel matte range with the inclusion of fashion peach. This one's in the traditional fashion colours of red, orange, yellow, green, blue and violet, and these are in the reflex. So really changing the colours will change the mood. The one I'm going to demonstrate will be using a whole range of really quite beautiful colours. Some of the pastel dusks, a grey, a peach, really nice combinations. So all you need is 6 inflated 260s. They're inflated almost all the way, just a little bit on the end, because you're going to need them all different lengths. So it's best to inflate them all to begin with, to start, and then you put 2 pinch twists in the knot end of each balloon. You're also going to need 2 clouds later on. These are made by twisting the 5-inch balloons in half. I'm not going to demonstrate that now, but if you want to know how to do that, there is another video that explains it on our YouTube channel and on the Amscan Decorator Hub. Just go to amscan.co.uk and click on the Decorator Hub icon on the front page. I'll put those to one side for now so that we've got some space. You're also going to need a clear 260, which I have squeezed the air out of and tied to make a ribbon. So first thing is to choose the colour order that you want. It doesn't really matter in this particular case, but obviously it might have a bearing on what's going on with your event that you're using it for. But in fact I don't think I need that even, so I'll put that down on the floor as well in case I knock it off. I'm going to start with you start from the middle and work outwards. So I'm going to start with the darker colour, the pastel dusk blue, and choose the size of the central arch that you want. Round about 15 centimetres is probably about right, but you can make it bigger or smaller depending on your choice. Pinch it off there and put another double pinch twist there. Now it's quite important then to arrange it so that the pinch twist comes to either side and the balloon continues, because otherwise it's going to get in the way of what you want to do later. Take the middle of your ribbon 260 and wrap it through those pinch twists. Pull these in like that and then wrap it through that pinch twist to keep the ends tightly together, like so. And then basically we just add extra colours. So I'm going to take the grey, line up the 2 pinch twists there, pull nice and firmly on your 260 and go all the way around to hold it in place, and then curve this balloon over the top of that one. Keep it nice and tight, but not too tight. If you pull this one too tightly, it will distort the rainbow later. But if you don't pull it tightly enough, there'll be a gap between the colours like this, and the thing won't stay flat, and you're going to need to resort to some kind of glue to hold it together. If you get the tension right, which you probably will after the 2nd or 3rd attempt, then you might not even need the glue. We want to keep the pinch twist in as straight a line as possible. That means pinching back here, not directly in line. We want to come back here, level with the bottom of these pinch twists, because when you twist it, it pushes the air that way a bit, as well as that way, and it will be shorter than you think. 2 pinch twists, pull it over like that, and then use your 260 to keep it in place. Now, I have actually made a mistake with this. It's not a dire mistake, and it's not going to cause a major problem going forward, but to make life easier at the end, it's actually a good idea to alternate which end the inflated part of the balloon ends up on, so that you get a gap and these don't push each other out of the way all the time. So really I should have started that way and gone over. Did it wrong, but I'm going to do it this time round. So next colour, line up your pinch twists, pull on your 260, wrap it around once, curve the balloon over, pinch there, 2 pinch twists, I'm going to put it down on the table just to get it all in line. And then the next one, all the way over. And peach. And finally, we'll finish with the pastel dusk rose on the outside. And there we have it. So as you can see, the pinch twists are all in a nice straight line. The tension between the balloons is just right to keep it sitting flat. All we need to do now is to remove the inflated portions that we don't need. So just cut these back. If you've twisted your pinch twists enough, then you shouldn't need any further twisting. And then we're going to attach the clouds, and that's why you want to alternate the ends, because we're going to use these parts of the balloon to attach the clouds. So I'm just going to pull them up so that they're sitting above the pinch twists. and then put the clouds where we want them to be. So I'm going to use the green here, just pull it up through the little garland, wrap it around a couple of times. And then the second one on this side. And then you can just remove any pieces of 260 that are still showing to just tidy up the whole thing. Now, it should sit quite nicely on its own. Once you've added the clouds, you put a bit of extra tension on there, so you may find that they pop out. But if you do, a little bit of rubber cement, glue dot, balloon bond, any kind of adhesive, just in between the balloons there to keep them in place is all that you'll need. But there you have it. Really quite simple if you follow the logical steps.